keep feeding the baby will initiate supply.
Days of feeding more often is a normal part of building a healthy milk supply. If she is latched on well and is sucking and swallowing, she's helping your body keep up with her growing needs. Don't worry, this frequent feeding usually lasts only a few days. In the beginning, it's helpful to keep a feeding and diaper log to know if your baby is getting enough milk. This tracks how often she breastfeeds and how many stools and wet diapers she has. It's common for breastfed babies to have a bowel movement after each feeding. Here are the minimum number of diapers you should expect. In the first 2 days after birth, expect at least 1 or more stools per day. These stools should be thick and sticky, and black or dark green in color. Around day 3, after your full milk production begins, he should have at least 3 stools a day, and the color should change to a brownish green. From day 4 to the end of the first month, he should have at least 3 or more stools each day that are yellow, loose, and grainy. If the stool is at least the size of a quarter or larger, you can count it. As your baby ages, his stool patterns will continue to change. It helps to count wet diapers too. On the first day, he should have at least 1 wet diaper. On the second day, 2. And on the third day, 3. By the 4th day, after full milk production begins, he should have at least 5 diapers. On the 5th day and beyond, he should have at least 6 or more very wet diapers with pale-colored urine every day. You can tell a disposable diaper is wet if it squishes when you pinch it.
We'll go ahead and weigh her before and after the feeding, and that'll tell us.
A baby's weight gain is one of the best ways to tell that she's getting enough to eat. In the first day after birth, it's normal for babies to lose a little weight. By about her 10th day, your baby should be back to her birth weight. After that, the average baby gains about an ounce per day until the end of the 2nd or 3rd month.
So she's gaining really quickly now.
Contact a lactation consultant or your baby's healthcare provider if you are concerned that your baby isn't getting enough to eat and before you think about giving her formula.
Is it okay if it's sporadic, like sometimes it's 20 minutes and then other times it's like 45 minutes?
Those sound like normal
It's
time
okay.
frames for a baby to eat, yeah.
When a baby gets formula, even in small amounts, it reduces time spent breastfeeding. This can affect your milk production and her protection against illness. Most issues can be solved easily by making simple changes to your breastfeeding routine. After birth, your breasts will go through a noticeable change as your body prepares to nourish your baby. Within about 72 hours after birth, it's natural for your breasts to feel fuller, heavier, and more tender. This is a sign that your early milk, called colostrum, is changing into more plentiful, mature milk.
My milk came in the night we came home from the hospital. It seemed pretty obvious, I think, when it came in. She seemed to eat a little bit differently. She was more enthusiastic about it.
This breast fullness is normal and usually lasts for only a few days. To manage breast fullness, feed your baby often and offer both breasts at each feeding. Make sure she is taking in milk and you can see and hear her sucking and swallowing. You can also gently massage and compress your breast to help move the milk into her mouth. If your breasts are still uncomfortably full after the feeding, you may need to pump or hand express to relieve the pressure. Expressing can also soften breasts that are too full for baby to latch onto. To express your milk by hand, gently massage your breasts to help your milk let down. Thinking about your baby can help too. With your hand in the shape of a C, place your thumb and finger an inch or two behind the areola. Push into your chest wall and squeeze gently without stretching your skin. Push in, compress, and relax over and over in a rhythm. Capture your milk for later use in a clean container. You may only get a few drops at first, but you will get more each time you express. If your breasts feel hard, tender, or painful, they may be engorged. To help with this, apply ice packs to your breasts after feedings and breastfeed at least 8 or more times a day. Talk to a lactation consultant or your healthcare provider if you are engorged. It could affect your milk supply.
Hi, I'm still feeling engorged. Is there anything else I can do?
Some nipple tenderness in the first few days is common. If feedings are painful, try a new latch or position. Check that your baby has a deep latch and is taking in milk. Get help if the pain doesn't go away or if your nipples look damaged. Call a lactation consultant if you are experiencing nipple or breast discomfort. If you have questions about your milk production, or if you are concerned about your baby's ability to breastfeed. You can find a lactation consultant through your hospital or healthcare provider, or by searching online. Also, call your healthcare provider if you have signs of a breast infection called mastitis. Symptoms include a warm, painful breast with an area of swelling or redness, and a fever or other flu-like symptoms such as chills and body aches. It is important to keep breastfeeding even if you have mastitis. Get help right away so that you and your baby have a long and successful breastfeeding experience. Along with time and patience, all new mothers need emotional support from their partners and families while they learn the art of breastfeeding.
Oh, done. There you go, all nice and clean.
Sugar pea.
It's a fact that partner support is critical to breastfeeding success.
Breastfeeding is really great for our baby because it's a natural way for her to get all the nutrients and food that she needs. And really, I think that's the best thing for her.
Studies have shown that mothers are much more likely to succeed at breastfeeding when their partners say and show their support.
He's getting so big. It's all because of you.
Partners, your attitude about breastfeeding directly affects mom's success. Reassure her that she can do it, especially during the early weeks.
How's she doing today?
Oh, she's been kind of fussy today.
Help her get comfortable when it's time to breastfeed and suggest professional help when needed. Almost every problem has a solution. You can find breastfeeding hotlines and support services through your hospital, public health department, or by searching online. Contact them with your questions. That's what they're there for. Breastfeeding is important to your partner and to your baby's health, not to mention the cost savings. You might feel a little left out, but don't worry. You'll connect with your baby by holding her skin to skin, massaging her, and helping with all of the other parts of having a newborn.
M-O-R-I-N-G, good morning. Hey, good morning.
Partners, friends, and family can also show support when it comes time to breastfeed outside of the home. It's easy once you get used to it. Just find a comfortable place to sit down and nourish your baby. You can cover up if it makes you feel more comfortable. Almost every state protects your right to breastfeed your baby anywhere. As you adjust to your new life, remember to care for yourself so you can care for your baby. Try to eat healthy foods that are good for both you and your baby. And drink plenty of water and other healthy beverages. Sleep when you can, even during the day when your baby is sleeping. Housework and visitors are less important than getting a good amount of sleep. Remember that what you put in your body could affect your baby through your milk. Call your healthcare provider or breastfeeding professional for the latest information on how medicine, smoking, and alcohol can affect your breastfeeding baby. For many new moms, breastfeeding support groups are a great way to share information and make new friends.
Is there anything you guys do besides like pumping? So if she's gaining weight each week, then you know you're producing enough, and it just really eases your mind. Okay.
Look for a group through your hospital, public health department, or local La Leche League.
Okay,
Well, that works just fine. All right, well, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
You can keep giving your baby your nutritious milk even after returning to work. Talk with your employer about a good time and place to pump at work. If they seem unwilling to meet your needs, point out that federal law requires that they give time and space for mothers to breastfeed or express while at work. You can also let them know that breastfed babies are healthier, so you'll miss work less often. Talk to a lactation professional about how to store your milk, which pump and supplies are best for you, and how to plan for your return to work. Also, ask your insurance if they cover breastfeeding services or supplies. Imagine the reward of reconnecting with your baby after a hectic day at work and knowing that your pumping efforts are nourishing your baby for a lifetime of better health.
You can do it. Yeah. There you go, looking at mama. Julie. My goal is to breastfeed for the whole year. Every time he turns a month older, I'm like, oh, 5 months down, 7 more to go.
With time, practice, and the support of those around you, breastfeeding will become easy and natural.
It was both of us. It was both me and the baby trying to work on this breastfeeding thing together.
For every challenge, there is a solution, so ask for help when you need it. The longer you breastfeed, the more you give your baby the best and healthiest start in life.
As a mom, to be able to feed my baby, it's amazing. You know, just to know that she's getting everything she needs from me is pretty cool.